Oh, do you see this bad boy? This is a $50 gift card to Barnes& Noble that we're going to use to buy board games right now. Since when did Barnes & Noble have so many freaking amazing titles here? So this is a very, very hard choice. I feel like if I was new to gaming, I'd probably pick up a SOOO, but the thing is that's the entire gift card. It's $40 for a SOOO. If you're looking for like a party game real quick before the weekend, Ready, Set, Bet would probably be my choice, $40. It looks like we're probably just gonna get one game today, which is, it's about normal. I do love the artwork for this one, Ask Alotl. That's the thing too, a lot of these don't even have price tags on them, which I think, as a consumer, it would deter me away because I'm like, I don't know how much this is, so how can I get it if it's no price tag? You would take the risk of just bringing it up to register and be like, actually I don't want any more. And to me, it's a little awkward still. Ooh, this is above our price tag, but probably one of the best in store here. Harvest. Even though it's not the deluxe edition, I think if you're looking for a lightweight game like Everdell, or you want something that's just really fun and full of worker placement, something easy, something that will bring a lot of attention and interaction, Harvest. The funniest titles here is probably Root. So this is also above our limit, but $60 for Root. But it's just funny because Root looks so unassuming, and yet it's one of the most complicated games in store. I feel like a lot of people would probably pick it up just because of the artwork, because they think it looks light, but it's not light at all. One of my favorites still, for sure. We got the new Tokaido here from Stonemaier. Oh, this looks fun. Jekyll and Hyde versus Scotland Yard. It kind of reminds me of that Frankenstein game I got from Paris. 25th Century Games. $54.95. That is not bad at all for what you would get in here. So a racing game. This one also has no price tag, but I honestly would have gotten this one. But I literally just got sent it, so huge thank you to Fantasia Games for sending that one over. So I think I finally decided I'm gonna get Green Team Wins because I've been meaning to get this one for a long time. I've heard so many good things about this party game, and I think there's no price tag on it, but I think it's like $30. So that is one. And then €1 mini, not euro, like a very, very mini light game that I've been wanting since Essen. It just didn't fit in my luggage at the time. Cities by DeVere. So this is by Phil Walker Harding too. Also been wanting this one because you get to build a full-on tableau. I've heard really good things about this one. I'm very excited about this one. So just happens to be here in Barnes & Noble, and it is priced at $30. So 30 plus 30, I'm thinking $60, which, right around there. Pay $10 out of pocket, but still, I think this is a solid choice. There's so many good choices though, honestly. Like, it's so hard to go wrong here with the amount of amazing games at Barnes & Noble right now. There's even this version of Botany, like Botany, $60. Let's go see that one. I was like, I think I've been pretty set on getting a new party game. I haven't gone partying for a while, so probably gonna stick with that one. Absolutely no way I am going to leave Barnes & Noble without stopping by Phil's Coffee first. That iced coffee rosé though slaps, as they say. That was nice getting out of the house for a bit. So I want to talk about Barnes & Noble for a second, aside from the games that we picked out and everything. But I think there were some fun things that I found out about. Not what I found out, but some things that I realized about Barnes & Noble. And that is, so many of the games on the shelves weren't even priced. So that's a huge deterrent, at least for me as a consumer. If I don't know what it costs, I'm way less likely to actually get it. Because then what if you get a game that's out of your budget, you bring it to the register and it's like, oh wait, this is $70 instead of $30 or something. Like, that's a big deal. That's like one thing they need to fix, which is just making sure everything has a price in a store. And then the second thing they need to fix for sure is the organization is okay. Like, I think the only thing I saw truly organized were two categories. One was the party games, which is all on a separate shelf. As soon as you walk in, there are two small shelves that all have party games. And I think that's great. It's fine. It's the first thing you see. And the other category were just all deduction games, which again, that's cool too. Everything else is like a hodgepodge. You kind of just throw it on there. And I think that's not the worst thing either. And I'm not like a salesperson at all. I'm just trying to think of, like, if I was the business and I was categorizing everything, I would put giant labels: family games, heavier games, or strategy games, lightweight games. You know, I would put everything by category, because if I'm looking around, like, I don't mind looking through everything, but I think it helps because I know most of the titles. But for someone who's new or someone who's looking for something hyper specific, then organization is key here. Like, imagine if I'm over there and I'm browsing, I'm looking around, I'm like, I would get frustrated if I don't know what I'm looking for. Or I would just be overwhelmed with choices, because if you were to just look at the entire shelf, you're like, okay, I don't know which one to pick. I'm gonna look through this one, I gotta look through the back of this one, I'm gonna look through this one, I don't know what this is. I'm looking for a really cool nature themed game, but like, there's nature over here, there's nature over there, there's nature over there. So those were like the two things that I would fix. And then on a good note though, Barnes & Noble has a ton of recent titles, like Botany by Duxomnium Games, you have Unconscious Mind, you have Super Boss Monster, Dungeon Cards. There's so many recent titles there, along with some really big heavy hitters like Flamecraft, Everdell, Root. So I love how this bookstore has expanded a lot on its board game category. It just goes to show, like, a lot of these hobbies go hand in hand. Comics, books, board games, and the board game section is the biggest that I've seen in quite some time, which is very nice to see. So I'm glad that board games are on a high, or at least were on a high pre-tariff. Hopefully it stays this way, or just, expands even more. And because I remember from that store, there used to be only one tiny shelf, and then one shelf became two shelves, and now two shelves became like three shelves, and two shelves of party games right in front of it. So that's amazing to see, and I'm glad that our hobby was gaining more traction before things went wild. So anyways, thank you all for joining me on this random journey of spending $50 on our games. I am super excited though about Cities, and for Green Team Wins. I know I'll probably play Cities first, because I don't see us playing party games anytime soon, but at least, I'll be ready when we are ready to play some party games. And Bonds, thanks again for your amazing gift card. That was wonderful. Got 2 brand spanking new amazing games from that. So you're the best. And if you made it to the very end, go ahead and comment success for a very successful shopping day at Barnes & Noble. Our Wolfpack signing out, and I'll see you all the next one.